Okay, here we are, back again. Hi, I'm back again. This is a shift of focus because I've been asked to do this for a while, so I'm jumping in now. This is going to be the beginning of a series of Peri-tips for those people who are new to Periscope. For those of you who are part of the same group, some of you do know this, and some of you don't. Awesome, thank you. This it's been a commitment for me to be part of a group called the 30-Day Periscope Challenge. I'll get to that at the back end of this scope, so stay tuned for that. Hello again. Here we go. So, awesome. Thank you so much. I love all this. So, a couple of tips. This is going to be Periscope focused only. I'm leaving my other work on the side because I'm a geek as well, so I have a technical side. And I've been posting things in the Facebook group about things that people can learn from, and I've been watching people joining Facebook now. Joining Periscope now and having challenges. So I want to give them some tips. So this is for everybody, not just for my group. These are double tips. First of all, there's a guy who I was actually watching today reminded me to say this to you. This is for people, especially for the women. There's a guy in New York named Michael Cinquino, I think his name is. I hope I pronounced it right. Cinquino. Anyway, I'm not sure what he's about, but I happened to catch his scope. It showed it in my feed, so I watched it. And he said something that was important. I want to share it here. Being Periscope, it's a brand new frontier, a new place to play. Although it's now second to Blab that just came out. But the thing about Periscope is, you basically have an audience you don't know, most of the time. So you have people watching you, excuse me as I bump the tripod, who you don't know. So you're going to get people coming on who may be supporting you, may be curious about you, or maybe they're to give you grief, to be simple about it. So I want to tell you about the little thing called block user. Because particularly for the women, I'm watching friends' posts, and I'll explain what he said, which reminded me of the same thing. Michael said the same thing. When women are doing scopes, it's frustrating for me as a man watching them to have some other user, I'll be polite, get on there and start putting like, show us your boobs, or flash them, or something, or do you want sex? All these things that are very sexually and inappropriately sent. So what he said, and I agree with you totally, is it's not just for you, it's also for the room you're speaking into. So if you are a woman on scope, don't be afraid of this. In fact, have this at your fingertips, which is the block user feature. And how it works is this. If you haven't done this before, it's very simple. If somebody posts something you don't like in your comments that is either inappropriate, it's negative, or it's just totally off track and you're not getting support, you can simply just tap on that comment. It brings up the user, the person who put the comment in, and one of those options available is block user. Tap it and they're gone. It's that simple. It's also something you can do, and I found this out recently, you can do this in the replay too. So if you missed it in this, if you're doing your scope and you're so into it and you missed it go by, or you were just too locked to hit it and stop it there, you can go back in the replay and delete them then. That means they won't ever be in your feed again. So that's one tip, especially for the women this one is. The second one, and this is one I discovered I didn't know I was doing, but other people didn't know, so I'm giving it to you now. For those of you new to Periscope, you may not realize it's important to put a title on your Periscope. That's a good thing to do. So obviously putting something on your Periscope title gives people an idea of what you're talking about. However, if you are like me where you want to have a consistency of title structure, it's a pain in the rear end to keep retyping it every day. So what I did, which is so obvious I thought about it, but now people didn't know, so I'm showing them and it's just easy. On your smartphone, on the iPhone it's a Notes app, and I'm not sure what it is on the Droid, probably a similar title. There's a place you can put notes. So I have a note created for Periscope where I keep three things. One of them is the title I've been using, because I'm doing the same format as I'm part of a 30-day challenge. Again, I'll tell you about that in a moment. So I've got a standard, 4-line statement title every time I use it. I just change the day and then what I'm talking about. By having it in the notes page, I can copy it or edit it, copy and paste it in every time, and it's so much easier, frankly. If you are using Periscope every day, which is work, I know I'm doing it now, I'm doing twice a day. Oh boy, this is getting out of hand. Thank you for the heart, that one solar little heart going up. By doing that, you save yourself a lot of time. So, especially the other part is, and this is the other two things on that note, is I keep a list of other topics. Because sometimes I'm going to do a scope and I just don't have a thought in my head about what I want to talk about. By having a list of options, 5, 10 things I want to talk about at some point, because I know they're in my skill set, it saves me time because I can then assemble my title in the notes page, copy that into Periscope, bang, start broadcast, and away you go. So, those two things I'll recap quickly for those who just got on late. First thing is blocking spam. Sorry, blocking. What's the word I'm looking for? Those nasty folks, lurkers that basically want to just send you nasty stuff. And I forgot the name that I was using just now, and I just dropped it. Okay. But just the way to block them is simply tap on the user, bring up their little pop-up screen, hit block user, and they're gone. So if someone gives you sexual innuendos or negative comments or just simply doesn't like you, wants to make your life miserable, don't take it personally. That's them, not you. So you can bless them on their way, but block them as well. Trolls, that's the word. Thank you. I totally spotted the word. Trolls. And yes, having your... And then the second part was having your titles consistent, because it is good to have that. Thank you, Paul. Having your titles consistent is good because your audience is starting to grow, at least mine is. And I'm sure if you start doing periscopes, people will start following you. It's kind of an organic thing, and it works. But if you give them titles that are consistent, they know what to expect. And that's something that's nice to have for your audience, because then they know what to rely on you. If you're an expert or a teacher or an entrepreneur who wants to build your audience, having a message that's clean and has coherence and consistency is a good thing. So that's the second tip. Well, that was the first, and the second one was the trolls. You got the 2 tips today. So I'm letting you know now that my intention going forward is I'm doing my regular Periscope at 6 p.m. Thank you. I'm doing a regular Periscope at 6 p.m., which is the one from me as the love doctor, the heartbreak repair specialist, coaching tips for relationships and single people. That's going to be 6 p.m. Pacific time, ongoing is the plan, and I'm doing pretty well at that. This one, however, is the new one, which is Peri-tips. And I've got a bunch of them that I've already posted, so I'll be doing them as a verbal teaching on Periscope, because it'll help you out too. I'm planning on doing those probably earlier in the day, depending, I'm not sure. I may start doing around lunchtime. I'm still not sure on my schedule yet. So just watch my profile, follow me, and you'll see me post. I'm planning now, that's right, 2 a day. Peri-tips, love doctor. It's going to be fun. So, I said at the beginning about why I'm doing Periscopes every day. I should say what inspired me to do Periscopes every day. I'm part of a group called the 30-Day Periscope Challenge. A good friend of mine who's not on this scope because she's worn out after doing 2 interviews, a 3-way blab chat, and another scope tonight. She's done for the day, and I'm not surprised. Her name's Michelle Whiteheart. And if you want to sign up for the 30-Day Challenge, we're only halfway through, and some people haven't even scoped yet, so you can jump in if you want to learn. It is, if you go to Michelle Whiteheart, and that's H-A-R-T, and it's Michelle with 2 L's, michellewhiteheart.com/periscope, then you can sign up for the program, which is free, and then she'll put you into the into the Facebook group, and we get to play. It's about 125, 130 of us in their group right now, and it's a lot of fun. And I've been learning a lot from the other scopers. I want to say this now because I haven't mentioned it before. Some of the people in scope are just exploring it, trying it out in the group and in the world. But some people in the group have great expertise that I didn't know about. And in fact, there's about half a dozen scopers in there who I knew before we joined the group, who have a whole new level of appreciation for their work because I now hear them teaching it. So Periscope is a powerful tool to share to your audience, expand your reach, and to share your skills. That's what I'm using it for, so I recommend it highly as a very useful tool. So thank you for that, watching this one, and thanks for the few hearts I got on this one. This is the 3rd Peri-tip. It wasn't planned, but I said it on the last scope, so I'm saying on this one too. One of the features of Periscope is the hearts. How do you use Periscope for business leads and money? I'm still working on that one, so I don't have an answer for you yet. What I'm doing it for, though, is content. Okay, I'm going to give you 4 tips now. This is getting out of hand. This is good. 3rd tip is the hearts, and I'll come back to the 4th, which is catch. I'll come back to that. Hearts are an indicator of ranking, apparently. And I mentioned in the last scope that I thought I was doing pretty good. I have about 6,000 hearts right now, which isn't bad. I saw someone on the list of people today as recommended. They have 61 million hearts. I got a long way to go. Apparently it's a ranking system. It's kind of like being visible like subscribers on YouTube type thing, or views. So if you want to help other people out that you like, if you love their stuff, is tap that screen to give hearts, and tapping it continuously adds a lot of hearts. There is a limit per time, which is 500 hearts, which takes about 3 minutes to do. If you do them that many and you get 500, you can always go out and go back and look again. You can do it on the replay. You can go watch a replay as many times as you want during 24 hours and keep doing it if you want to get really carried away. I'm not saying you should do that to mine, but I don't mind if you do. The truth is, hearts are kind of fun. It's also a sense of being received and having connection. The second, that was tip number 3. Tip number 4, okay, you're right, getting all out today, is you asked about money and content. Recommendation. Yes, thank you for that. Is I'm using an application or a website called catch.me, which most people know about now, katch.me. That's an automatic site that grabs your periscopes when they're done and stores them online. You log in with your Twitter account and then set up, and this way it goes. So if you want to build audience and build marketing, you then have a platform. If you're doing it like I am, I mean, this is day 15 for me. So after this one's done, there will be 15 plus the next one I just done, to 16 total Periscope recordings on on catch.me that anybody can see, because I made it public. So if you want to grow your marketing and your audience and get more of a following, catch.me is now a new resource to, yes, a new resource to share your marketing and your information in the world. So that's a business tool for me, because I can send people to that page to look at, right now, 15 different teachings about my work. So that's a resource. I have found a tool which I'm still trying to explore and see if it works or not, to save your periscopes with all the hearts and all the comments after 24 hours. I'll share that one on a future Peri-tip, because, guys, I've given you 4 Peri-tips in one Peri-tip scope. I want to save some for the next one. That's about it. I just want to give you a couple of quick tips. And again, if you want to find out about the 30-day challenge, go to Michelle, 2 L's, White, as in the color, Hart, HART.com/Periscope, and you can opt in there. Yeah, oh, by the way, let me just give a couple of things. Yes, this is something actually that one of the people I follow, a guy named Alex Pettit, with 2 T's, who's in London, he talks about this today, the 3 different places that you get to do with your scopes. First of all, it does go to your camera roll if you choose that as a feature in Periscope, so you get them on your camera roll. It saves them there without the comments and without the hearts. Second one is if you have catch.me, that saves them automatically onto a website you can go view, again, without the comments. Sorry, comments are on the side, but no hearts. The third one, which is one I'm looking into, is a direct recording ability to your computer. It does require newer software, and it does work on PCs and Macs. I'm looking into the details to give you a fully exposed scope in a day or 2. So there's 3 ways of doing it. And that one's supposed to allow you to copy the scopes from your phone with the hearts and the comments to use in YouTube or anywhere else you want to use it, which would be kind of cool. That's it. Oh, and also, by the way, Alex showed me something on his, showed me 4,000 people watching his scope. It's amazing. He's got a new feature because he's high in the rankings. They gave him a new beta test, which lets him actually put in to the scrolling comments, because they were scrolling continuously up the screen, a follow button that you could put in anytime you wanted on the screen. That's a new feature that's rolling out. At some point, he's got it now because he's a beta tester. We'll get it at some point where if you have a lot of people commenting, you can put the option to follow them right on the screen as it goes up. That's kind of cool. So that's enough Peri-tips for the day. I've done 2 Periscopes and a blab. I'm okay now. I'm done for the day. I'm going to sign off, and there's somebody else I want to watch at 7 o'clock. I saw them posting in the group. That's the other thing about the 30-day Periscope challenge. We get to see each other's scopes, and when we're scoping, if we remember that, and find out cool things about each other and learn from each other, because we have different modalities, different skills, different tools. This is a cool community. So you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to share this, the replay, etc. I'll be back on tomorrow doing 2 scopes because I committed to that. I wonder if I'm going to regret that. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on tomorrow at least once, probably twice. Enjoy your Saturday night. It's beautiful here in LA. Trust it is where you are too. Take care of yourselves.